Well, it happened, or it actually didn't happen. I don't know what to say. It's driving me crazy. So, um, as a not quite novelist, I suppose one of the things I have to be really good at is dealing with rejection, which is something I'm really bad at. So I sent a short story off to Writers of the Future, and I did this once a couple of years ago, actually. And it's the quarterly contest every 3 months. And like 2 or 3 weeks into the grading period, a couple of years ago when I did this, I got an email saying, "Hey, you've been disqualified, but if final results have not been announced yet, so don't, whatever." This time, I got through the first month and didn't hear anything. And my thinking was, the winners are the last to hear. So the later, the better your chance. Of course, fourth place is the first place loser, and they're also the last to hear. So but I figured the longer it went, that anyway, I got halfway through May 15th was halfway through the grading period. That was a week ago almost. And I still hadn't heard anything. It's like, wow, I'm doing so great. And then, 2 nights ago, I decided, you know what? I wonder if they just published the results somewhere and didn't email anyone. So I looked at their website and found a blog and found the results were published on May 15th, and I did not win. And so now there's this crazy, did my submission get lost? Did I even really submit it? Did they what? And you start overthinking it. And really, what I've discovered, what I'm telling myself is that that's not helpful. The contest is over regardless, and I lost, and whatever. But I did a very smart thing. I didn't realize how smart it was, but it was a very smart thing. I had my query letter for my novel written and revised and ready to go. I spent a solid week or more writing and revising it, and I just got it perfect. And the only reason I wasn't sending it was because there's a little part where there's a bio about me, and if I was going to place in Writers of the Future, I wanted to mention that in the bio. So I had in brackets, Kyle 1X place in Writers of the Future Q1 2019 or whatever I wrote. And so this query letter was just ready to go. And so yesterday, I woke up after a night of being sad, and I was like, I'm just going to send off my query letter. So I looked at it, deleted the little bit in brackets, and then hit send. And now it's off. And now I am waiting. I have my calendar marked. The agency I sent it to says they can't respond to all queries. Not surprising. If I haven't heard in 8 weeks, just assume they have not accepted me. So I put a calendar reminder for 8 weeks from now. And then I took that query letter and I copied it, and I drafted 2 new emails in my Gmail account, my personal account. And I modified them I have a list, a spreadsheet full of agents that I think I could send this to. I have top 3, and then the rest are just kind of I don't know, maybe. But so the top 1 is out, and then 2 and 3 I now have query letters drafted for. And if 8 weeks comes and goes and I haven't heard anything, I'm just going to send number 2. And then I'm thinking I'll do a Hydra technique, right? Cut one head off, 2 heads grow. So I did that. I sent one off. I now have 2 ready to go. When I send the next one off, I'll go back to my spreadsheet, find some more agents, draft 2 more letters. So I'll have 3 in drafts, and then I'll just keep going until someone accepts me or I run out of agents, I guess. Anyway, I think that's the best way to deal with rejection, because otherwise, yesterday when I was feeling sad about Writers of the Future not even doing me the dignity of sending me a rejection letter this time, I was not in a good frame of mind for writing a query letter, right? It would have been garbage, and it would have been rushed, and it would have been just bad. But while I was fresh, while I was excited, while I was dreaming that I would win Writers of the Future, I wrote this query letter that's very confident, very competent, very clear, very concise. That was a lot of C words. And so I could just send it off. Good news, bad news, whatever I hear, I can just send it off. And now I have that again, right? I am actually, I really hope agent number 1, who is my favorite, responds and accepts me. But if not, I feel really good about query letters 2 and 3. I would be perfectly happy to send those off and try my luck on them if first agent doesn't work out. And so rejection never has to be the end of the road. And I think that's a good thing to believe and an easy thing to say. But if you don't have the plan ready before rejection comes, when you're rejected, you're not going to be in a position to make a plan, and you're just going to be stuck. So hoping not to be stuck, I have my query letters ready to go. I have sort of 3 novels I'm writing simultaneously now because I can't make up my mind, but that's a whole different problem I'll talk about another time. Bye.